What's up, everybody?
Hi guys. Hi Erika.
Hello. I swear, as soon as I started recording, those birds started making noise. They were so quiet.
Those are your birds.
Yeah,
I think those are your birds.
that's what I'm saying. Yes. Like they were quiet. When we first got on the call, you didn't hear them.
That's true.
And then as soon as I pushed record, they started fucking chirping.
That's so true. They
So,
probably wanted to say hi.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. I thought they were going to be quiet because it started like thundering a little bit. We're about to get rain. So I was like, oh, maybe like they're quiet when it rains. So I was like, that's kind of nice because we're about to record, but I don't know. Guess not.
I actually do like it. It's like it adds to the whole scene.
You think so? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I just don't know like if they're too loud and they like overbear my voice. So that's the only thing. But if you can
That's
hear
fine.
me, then that's fine.
Yeah, I hear you fine. So we didn't record last week.
Oh yeah, we didn't.
What's new with you?
Um, so I haven't told you this yet, but remember that program I signed up for with Stevie?
Mm-hmm.
So we started that yesterday. It was the first
Oh,
call.
yes. How
Yeah,
was it?
last night. It was really cool. It was interesting. I was like excited and like kind of nervous like leading up to it because I was like I don't really know what to expect and what it's going to
I
be
don't
like.
know if our listeners listen to that episode. If you guys haven't, go look for it. But do you want to like
Yeah.
tell a little bit what it is?
Yeah, so it's well, I guess I decided to sign up for it back in like a month ago or so because if you remember, I was like going through it with like work and stress and stuff, and I realized I wasn't handling my emotions well. And even like before then, though, I felt like there was kind of like a disconnect with my deeper self in a way. Like back last year between like September and December, I had gotten like very consistent with meditation, and I'd never felt so connected to myself and like God or the universe. But I felt like the first few months of this year, I kind of fell off from that. And so I was like trying to figure out, okay, like why don't I feel as like excited to meditate anymore, or like why don't I like want to continue working through that again. So I like noticing that, and then just like with how much I was struggling, I figured that it was time to like actually do something for myself that would um, require me to actually invest more in my emotional health and spiritual health at the same time. And that's when like Stevie popped up on my Instagram feed, and it was I saw that she was going to be starting a group program for women in April, and she calls it Somatic Embodiment. And what she explained yesterday is that a lot of times like we might like understand things like in our mind, like whereas like if you go to therapy and you learn about the psychological stuff, like you understand, oh, this is why I might be feeling this way, or I might be reacting this way. But then like you still have that disconnect with your body. And she said that's where a lot of people hold like trauma
The
still.
subconscious mind.
Exactly. So she said that she's noticed that, like, she's like in myself, she's like in my friends and like other like teachers, and like just like in my life that I've noticed, like even though like a lot of people understand things from the mind, like mental point of view, they have that disconnect with the body that still like holds them back. And so throughout these 4 months, like it's going to be 4 months long, it's going to help us learn, I guess, how to actually heal the body and that subconscious mind and connect more with our body and ourselves. And gosh, I wish I had my journal with me because I like wrote down what she said. I really liked how she explained it. She said that when we can have like frozen energy within our bodies or within ourselves, that just gets frozen somewhere. And whenever that energy is stuck like that, then it kind of like holds us in that place, right? And we can't truly like connect as much with like God or the universe or source. And she said that when we learn how to actually release it is when we can connect back to all of those things and like step more into, I guess, like ourselves and our truth and learn more about who we are and that kind of thing. So I thought that was like really cool how she explained it. And we did our first practice yesterday, and we talked about conditioning and belief systems. So we did like, she said it wasn't breath work, but she had us only breathe through our mouths, and it was just like a very light breath. Um, and she had us like kind of go through like, it was kind of like a visualization at the same time, where we let go of an old belief that was holding us back, or that we felt we wanted to work through. And it was just like whatever came to mind. And for me, what popped up was like religion. And so that's what I worked through. Yeah. And it was so interesting. Like she said to, as we were breathing and like we had our eyes closed and everything, she was like leading us through it. And she would like tell us to say it out loud, like say the old belief out loud. um, and then like continue breathing. And she said to, feel where it is in the body. And like before we started, she did say that, you might not feel anything, and that's okay. She said some people have numbness, and that's totally fine. She's like, it's just as we peel black layers, you'll start feeling more. So I was like, okay, like I wonder if I will feel anything, because I've never like done this before. But I actually felt like a lot of tension in my chest. So that's where I felt it. So I guess that's where the energy was, I guess, centered or stuck. Um, and so the old belief was, and this was like what I realized too, because as I've like been growing through like the spiritual awakening and everything, I know that I don't really agree with religion anymore, and I don't plan to be religious the rest of my life. But there was still a part of me, I think, that was afraid to fully step away from it. And I didn't know what it was until yesterday. And she had to start like saying stuff out loud. And I realized that like the belief was that I had to do something, or like do things to be loved by God or the
To be
universe.
worse. Oh.
Yeah. Or to be enough for God, or to be favored by the universe and that sort of thing. So that was like cool for me to realize that came up. And so we kept saying like the old belief, and that was to like let it go and out of our body, and all of that. And she had us breathe and like make sounds as the breath came out, like. And I forgot, she also, yeah, she made us put a color with it, and how did it feel. And the first color for me was like blue, but I don't know, maybe I feel like I like kind of was overthinking in the moment, and I was like, no, like this is not like a blue for me. And like the next thing she was like, what's like, does it have a shape, does it have like a texture to it? And for me it was like, it's rigid, like that's what it feels like. It's like a rigid kind of texture. um and then once we started releasing it, that's when we like made the sound when we were breathing out. And then the next step was to start bringing in the new belief and start saying that out loud. And so for me, what I think stuck the most, like I said it in different ways, but I think what it was for me is I don't have to do anything to be loved by God, or to be loved by the universe, or to be enough for that. Um, and she had us like envision ourselves like planting this new belief in like the root of ourselves. And like she like even said like go down even to like the center of the earth and like plant it there. And so it was like a really cool like I guess exercise. And then once it was over, I realized that I felt like a weight had been lifted off my chest. So it was
I
super cool.
love that.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? That I took a Reiki certification last week, last
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, and everything that you're saying, and it's crazy because I've told you this before, like we are in synchronicity in
Mm-hmm.
different ways. So I did this Reiki class where I got certified for it, and it was kind of like the same thing, tapping in and knowing that everything is available to us, but knowing that it is, because we see a lot of people with like quote unquote these gifts, and we think that we don't have them, but everything is available to us. So like with Reiki, she was the teacher, she was explaining that to us. She's like, at the beginning you might not feel anything, and you do everything with your hands. You feel the energy with your hands. And she's like, it's gonna feel really weird, especially when you don't believe in yourself that you can tap in or that it's already in you. So that is like this the first process. It's accepting and realizing that why not you?
Yeah.
It's there, so why not tap into it? So when you're saying that that's how you felt with religion, I feel like in a way that's how I felt with like manifesting things.
Yeah.
Like, who am I to ask for this? Or
Hmm.
like, this is too big for me to even like get in that container. And I still have to work with that because I still have that mindset sometimes that I'm like, oh shit, like what am I doing?
Yeah.
So like it's so interesting that I'm so excited for you because I know that we're all gonna learn through this
Yeah.
process with you.
Yeah.
So I'm just really excited to
Yeah.
keep listening for this 4 months.
Right. It's every
I'm
Thursday.
super excited.
So there's gonna
I'm
be
really
a
excited.
new thing. Yeah. I'm.
So when I was starting with the Reiki, it's when you position, because you can do auto treatment and you can heal others. So it's teaching you, like she's like, if you like pass your arms or like your hands around your body and you feel like there's a place where you're feeling like either your hands are itchy or you feel like a magnet or something to it, is because you need that. So you saying I felt it in my chest, the teacher said you're going to feel the energy manifesting in really different weird ways. Like your
Mhm.
chest could burn, you could start like coughing, like really weird body functions that you're like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
So I
That's
think it's really interesting.
No, yeah, like different people shared what their experience was, and one girl said she felt it in her hips, like she felt, I guess, the tension there, and some other girl was saying that, like, for her, she was like, when Stevie asked for us to say the old belief out loud, she was like, it was as if like my body, or like I guess high self already knew like it was a lie, because I just started laughing as I was saying it. Like, really, like this is not true. Like, why are we saying, like, why am I saying this? So I was like, wow, that's like pretty cool, interesting that she just started laughing.
Isn't that powerful?
Hmm.
That's so powerful.
Yeah.
And I feel like it gets you out of your own head.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. And I think that's like the whole point of the whole program, is to get out of your head and into your body, and to like work with it and feel that connection with it again.
I
So,
love that. So how's work going for you so far? And all the projects that you're doing?
yeah, I think it's gotten a lot better. Like, I think I'm doing a much better job at managing my stress. Like, I haven't had an episode like I did last month
Good.
where I like had that huge breakdown. And I think it's because I've started implementing more self-care. Like, in my morning routine, like I've started doing journaling again every morning. I think that's helped
Good.
a lot. And then also just like doing the massages. I think I'm gonna start doing them twice a month. So it's nice, like kind of like every other week. There's something to look forward to for like that. But this weekend, tomorrow, I'm gonna do a facial. So I might do like a facial every other month or once a month, like depending on, I guess, what they tell me, like what my
Your
skin
face lit
needs.
up. It was so cute.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
face lit up. You got so excited.
Oh, I just love facials. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I guess like it's like kind of a way of spoiling myself in a way, when in the past I never felt like I deserved it. So it's working through that as well, like being able to know that, oh, I deserve this, because I mean, I put so much work into myself and what I want for myself during the week. Like, why shouldn't I get to do something like this? And then
Enjoy that.
even like I thought about this too, like even if I didn't work so hard, like I would still be deserving of that kind of
Just because you exist.
love. Yeah, exactly. Because I deserve to treat myself well and to relax and to enjoy my life, whatever that looks like for me. So
Why is it so hard?
I don't know. I think it's just, I think as a society, we're like taught to believe that we don't deserve certain things, or that we have to work for things.
So hard for everything.
Yes, and you don't deserve good things if you don't work hard enough for it. And it's just like, okay, like what, against whose rules is that? Like,
But as kids, if you think about it, as kids, when we grow up, that's our parents. I know they don't really know better, but
yeah,
that's what they say. Oh, dad or mom, I want this. I worked really hard for my money. If you want something, you're gonna have to work hard too. So we grew up thinking that we have to do the freaking most just to get McDonald's or like whatever the hell it was when we were kids, like a
Mhm.
toy. And
Boy.
that starts manifesting into our adult lives. And it's so interesting that you say that because that happens to me too all the time where I'm like, do I really want to pay this much for this? Or
Yeah.
like or thinking that I don't deserve it yet. I need to do this and then I can buy this. And I do that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I do that to myself too. Like sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm buying things too often. Like I almost didn't. I bought myself some more leggings this week from Buff Bunny because she came out with some green ones, and I really loved the shade of green. And I was like, ah, but do I really need this? Like I don't. And then I just kept thinking, but I was like, it's just one pair of leggings. If I want them that badly, why can't like why am I like not allowing myself to have them whenever it's all I wear. I wear leggings every single day. So it's not like I'm not gonna wear them. So
So you
yeah.
bought them?
Yeah, I did.
Good. Okay, so now you're giving me permission, and this is why I love these conversations because yesterday I was looking into this sports bra, and
Okay.
it was kind of like in my eyes it was a little pricey, and I'm like, am I? And I'm not even gonna get it anytime soon. It's gonna go to New York, and then whenever my sister comes visit me, she's gonna bring it. So I'm
Yeah.
like, do I really want to spend like $80 on this? Do I really need it? And I convinced myself that I didn't need it, but I really wanted it because I've gone through that page twice. So you
Yeah.
saying that you're giving me a lot of permission to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, do it.
Because it's true. I'm gonna wear this all the time.
Yeah, it's like it's all I wear, and if it's a color I don't have, like why am I not going to allow myself to have it? Like I have the money for it, and I think it's cuz we're also taught that like, oh, you have to, save your money and don't spend it so much and like all this stuff, and then at the same time
Save it
like
for a house
yes.
and for your retirement, or just save it. Just save your money.
And it's just
Don't
like
buy anything. Live within your means.
mhm. Live below your means. That's what people say.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I guess in a way it makes sense, sure. Like don't, I guess, get a place that you can't afford or that's going to make it harder for you to live comfortably, but at the same time it shouldn't mean like that you deprive yourself of things you want all the
It's so
time.
interesting how like things I believe about in alignment and like synchronization. And at the beginning of us recording, I wanted to talk about how I'm feeling stuck in my
Yes.
business. And us having this conversation is bringing so much clarity to me because I was gonna say that, oh, I'm feeling stuck because I don't feel like I have a lot of goals right now when it comes to my
Oh,
business.
wow.
And I've been like in this like I'm very comfortable right now,
Yeah.
you know. And before our conversation, like I was gonna see it as bad,
Hmm.
and now I'm realizing that right now I have everything that I need,
Yeah.
even if that's like the basic needs, they're
Yeah.
covered. And until what point do we keep wanting to do better and get more and do more? So we
Exactly.
get like not satisfied, And I was gonna come here and like complain a little, but like, oh, I'm feeling stuck. I don't know what to do. Like nothing's really inspiring me, but at the same time, I'm good.
Hmm.
I feel like things are flowing, even though my head is like, no, they're not. But things are flowing the way that they're supposed to. And I think I'm a little bit stuck because I want to do so much more
Hmm.
with my business, but I don't know how that looks like yet.
Yeah.
And it's driving me like a little bit desperate, but I need to know that these things will come. So I took that Reiki class and I'm like, okay, maybe I can, do something with this. And then I don't feel 100% connected to that yet because it's a process, like everything else. It's a process. I need to get
Absolutely.
like used to it. It's not like, oh, I'm just certified and that's it. I can start like healing people. And I need to bring that sense of worthiness, like, hey, you can do that. Like it's fine.
Mm.
You really didn't need the certification, but now you have it. Now it's like it's proof that you can.
Yeah.
So I'm here like, oh, I'm just taking random classes, doing things, and I cannot put them together. And I'm like, yeah, I'm exploring different layers of myself. Of how come I cannot get to like one bottom line and just do this one thing?
Yeah.
When in reality, maybe I'm not supposed to yet.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been reminding myself of that too, like recently, just like that constant feeling of, oh, I wish I was farther type of thing in like my journey or my business and all these things. And I guess in a way I kind of feel like that too, like I guess kind of feel like stuck, like I know I'm not going to do this forever with like my mentor. I do not plan to, because it's not, I don't enjoy it enough. This is not for me, and I'm just doing it right now so I can learn more, because I know I'm going to learn the most by doing it as I go, learning as I do it. And I think this is more of like the masculine stuff that I'm learning when it comes to business, and I hate it. I fucking hate it. It's so annoying,
And
and it's boring, and it's just like,
because you're not so creative. And when you were doing like your own stuff, you were the creator.
exactly. And so like I'm like constantly like, I guess like fighting with myself. Like part of me wants to quit and just like turn away and go back to what I was doing. But then another
But
part of me is
the
like,
three you will not let you.
yeah, and
The
I'm just like, no, like I'm not done here yet. Like I don't feel that I've learned everything I'm supposed to learn within this experience yet. And I haven't grown as much as I can. And like I want that for myself, and I want to
But
push
is that
myself.
your ego that wants it?
That's a good question. I haven't asked myself that. I don't know. Like, this is also part of the reason why I signed up for that program with Stevie, because I felt like it would bring me some kind of clarity, because I don't know like what I want right now and like what's
Because you
best.
sound like me. And that's why I'm asking you, because I just literally saw myself reflected in you. I'm like, holy shit, I do this too. Where I'm like, I need to finish this just because I'm an overachiever and I started it. And until I know that I'm 100% done, I'm not leaving. I'm not giving up.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of time it has been just my ego,
Mm-hmm.
just to prove something to nobody but myself,
Mm-hmm.
that I can finish it, that I can
I
do
think
this,
that
that
is part of it for me, actually.
mhm,
Like showing
that I
myself
achieved this.
that I can do hard things and that I can thrive
But
and
you can do that without doing actual like killing yourself.
yeah, I know. And I think I'm at a good place where I'm not killing myself like with this stuff anymore. Um, and I finally started working on my book. So I finally started that this week. So that's exciting, and I'm excited for that. And I think a lot of it is just like time management, and then just intentionally bringing more joy into my day. Like I've been doing more grounding work during the day, just at random times. And that in itself just brings me so much peace.
Like what?
Like I go outside and I literally just like look up at the sun. Oh God, it's like pouring outside right now. I'll just like look up at the sun, and then I'll take like a deep breath in, and like I have my arms stretched out, and like I literally
Oh
like
my
I
God.
think about it. I'm like, man, if people see me, and they're probably gonna think I'm fucking crazy, but I don't care. And then I just take like deep breaths, and then I'll like take my shoes off and just stand in the grass, and like it's so like calming. Like it's amazing like how much it really does like affect you and how much peace it can bring you. Like whenever I first heard of like grounding, I was like, oh, like I never knew about that, and I wonder if it actually does make that much of a difference. But oh my gosh, it does.
It does.
It
It
does.
does. It does.
Like so much peace, and you can just like, I feel like you're able to be that much more in the present moment, and you just like
Yep.
forget about everything.
I like walking bare feet in nature. That helps me ground myself so much.
Yeah.
And just putting my hands like on the floor, like feeling the floor, usually makes me feel very grounded.
Wow. Like even inside
Hmm.
or like on the ground outside?
If I don't find a place outside, like if I cannot do it, so before like my sessions and whenever I'm nervous, that's how I ground myself. Like I put my hands on the floor
Oh,
and I just tell myself, "You're grounded. Like you're fine."
oh, that's nice. Yeah. So
But
yeah,
definitely being in nature grounds me.
yeah. So yeah, I think just being like more intentional with that, with those things, are what will help me the most right now. But yeah, like we'll see what comes up over the next 4 months, and like what decisions I make, if if I really feel like I should step away. I just think like what scares me is like I don't know what I would do, and like I think like a fear of mine is if I step away, it's like taking a step back, because I was like, I was in this new position, like for growth and for learning on how to do business a specific way that I could then replicate for myself. And it's just like, it's a good opportunity because I can learn everything and have like a trial with a business that is not my own. And so then like taking that away from myself, I just feel like it would be a disservice to myself at the same time. So yeah, we'll see.
I feel like with Stevie, and I don't know why I just felt that you're going to learn that the business model that you want, it's already in you. That you don't have to replicate somebody else's business model, because the way that you're gonna do it is not gonna drain you. It's not gonna, you're gonna love it. You're gonna be attracting clients just by being you.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, that's what I want for myself. But I think like also like right now, I don't know what I want to do with my personal business either. Like my personal brand.
Same.
Like I don't know where I want with it right now. Like right now, I haven't changed my bio yet because I don't know what to change it to. Because I'm like, that's not me. Like one-on-one coaching, I've realized is not for me. Like I don't like it as much as
You're a
I
teacher. You're a teacher.
exactly. I'm a teacher, and like I've realized
Mm-hmm.
that. So then I'm like, okay, how do I now like take this knowledge about myself?
Webinars, group things.
Right, but
I
it's
could
just like,
see you doing that.
yeah, and like I feel like I would love it. Like I love, like it's so weird. Like one time my mentor had me help one of his other mentees with copywriting. So we got on a Zoom call and I was like teaching her like what I know about copywriting, and I loved it. And it's just like I
So
could
why don't you do it for us?
huh?
You can teach so much. You can teach us how to do a podcast. You can teach us how to do copywriting. You
Oh
can do just webinars like that.
wow, dude, I didn't even think about that, the whole podcast part. Like I forget that people don't know
Dude,
how to
you
do
you were
that.
teaching me, dude. Like, are you kidding me? You were giving me so much pointers. If you do a webinar, like anybody would freaking pay for that.
Yeah, I think part of it is also like, which was gonna help with working through Stevie's program, is that I like deep, I think subconscious thought is that I don't have that audience yet, or like I don't have the people that know about me yet to be able to offer these kind of things. Like it's not my time yet, I guess. So I feel like
Everybody knows you have a podcast.
pushing it away from myself. Yeah.
Don't. No, no, no. Mm-mm. If I'm gonna have to be the one bothering you about it, so be it. Because you have so much to offer. And I can see that because I'm an outsider. I'm seeing the bigger picture. You're looking at like, oh, I still need to do more, find out more, learn more. And I'm here like, Erika, I've known you for like 3 years, I think it is. You've
Really?
taken so many things. Yeah, since 2019, I think it was.
So it's 2 years.
Oh. Oh, you've taken so many courses, so many classes. You have worked on yourself endlessly. You still do. You
Yeah.
have so much to teach. So much to teach. Even if you're like one like Erika, I don't even have a podcast. You're like levels ahead of me. You have so much to teach me. Imagine people like, and I'm doing this podcast with you every week.
Yeah.
Imagine someone who not even does that. They want to learn everything. What app do I need? How do I do this? And you have it in you. And you know what's best about you? That you don't even have that crazy amount of audience. And that's way less intimidating for someone who wants to start.
I guess I never saw it that way, because I guess since I have a smaller audience, I feel like I don't have enough people watching my stuff to like
Yeah,
offer this kind of thing and like be able to make money off of it and that sort of thing. So
you can do it. You can do everything, girl. I believe in it.
thank you.
I'm excited. And I'm excited to see how we keep growing and and I hope that whoever's listening to us, they can see how you and I have been. We have a lot of ups and downs, a
Oh
lot of ups and
yeah.
downs. And right now, I feel like we're both in the same, like, this neutral path where we're like, where the hell am I gonna go?
Yeah. Like,
And things are going okay. And from the outside, people are like, oh, yeah, they're doing really good. But we're like stuck.
yeah,
We're like, I
internally.
want to take it to yeah, we're like, I want to take it to the next level, and I don't even know how to.
Exactly.
So I like that we're both in the same like wavelength, the same frequency, and because it's gonna be interesting to see where we go from here.
Yeah.
knowing how like strong we are, and knowing how like how much we want out of life.
Right.
So right now I feel like we need to give ourselves some grace, and I can only say that because of our conversation,
Right.
and hearing how you're so hard on yourself makes me realize I'm also very hard on myself.
Yeah.
And we need to change that because
Yeah.
things are working the way they should.
Exactly. And like I have to keep reminding myself of that. Like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and like it's just one thing at a time, and like it's all a journey. So, and that thing about me being hard on myself, I've like that's come up so much within this past month. Like so many people have told me that, and I finally realized like, wow, I really am really hard on
You really
myself.
are.
Like why am
You really are.
I so hard on myself? Like my little sister, oh, I had my birthday last week. I forgot about that.
Happy belated. You're like,
Thank you.
forgot
Yeah,
about
so I turned 25. And my little sister gave me she gave me two journals, which I thought was funny. Like one of them is like blank, and another one is like pretty cool. It's like has different prompts. It's like 10 different um type of prompts. It's like the overcomer's journey, destination journey, like different things. And like it's cool because each page has specific questions to like the journey it has, I guess. So like you answer one of the questions and tells you what page to go to next that continues with that same like topic. And so I started on like the destination journey one, which is like basically figuring out what you want to do with your life. So one of the questions is like ask people that know you well, like what ask them what they think you're good at and what they think your calling is in life. And so
Ooh.
the first person I asked was my mom, and she was like, well, you're really good at, she was like, being persistent with what you want for yourself, but she's like, you're also very hard on yourself, like I've noticed as you do it. And I was like,
With
wow.
everything.
Yeah. And I was like, gosh, even my mom notices that. And like you told me that. And it's just like, I think like the woman I work with my mentor's business has told me that. And it's just like, gosh, it's like really coming up. Like maybe it's like the universe is like, it's time to, not be so hard
Relax,
on
let it
yourself.
go.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
You know what it is? You expect, and with every right so, because I'm not the same way, and that's the only way that I can see it in you, is because you expect the absolute best from yourself.
Yeah.
Nothing less.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing less. And that's why you're like, I need to finish this. If not, like, I'm not worthy of anything else. Like, I'm not worthy of the next level of my life until I finish this. That's how I'm
Yeah,
perceiving it.
kind of, I guess, or like I haven't learned enough yet, or I haven't grown enough yet. Like, yeah.
And you have all these answers. I wish you guys could see Erika. Like, she's so young, and she's like, she has so much knowledge. You can see that in her face, but you don't believe it.
No, yeah, I guess not. Which I mean, that's why like I signed up for Stevie's program, because I was like, I know there's a bunch of shit that I really need to work through, and like I already knew, like I was like, once this is like, as I'm going through it, and then like once it's over, like I feel like so many more things are gonna open up for me, and I'm finally gonna get to be like manifesting like crazy, and like really leveling up. So that was like one of the main reasons I signed up for it.
We are here for it. I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
thank you.
So we gotta leave soon, but what do you want to leave our listeners with?
I forgot about this every time. It's always on the spot. Um. Okay, what's coming up is like for me is don't be afraid to explore yourself and like ask yourself the difficult questions, because I've been like dealing with what I just talked about for a couple months now, I guess, where it's just like I don't know what I want for myself anymore right now. And like I know I don't really enjoy much what I'm doing with my mentor. And I think I was just afraid to find out what my real answer was, because I didn't like, I was afraid of that uncertainty, I guess. Like, so, I mean, it helped to like talk to you with it and realize, oh, like even you are struggling with like like a similar thing. And like, that's okay. It's okay for me not to have all the answers right now. Um, so I guess like my message would be to just, not be afraid to explore the kind of things within yourself that you might be struggling with right now. Like, If you want to talk to someone about it that is close to you, then do that. If you want to reach out to me or Natalie, like, we're here. And if you just want to write about it, because just continuing to like look away from it is not going to help you either. So be
I love that.
open to yourself.
My message is inspired by you, because you said something earlier and I was like, oh shit, I need to hear this too. My message or my advice is be okay with whatever phase you are in life right now. We want to do it all,
Yeah.
and we want to do so much. And personally, when I'm in a place in my life where something's going well, I want the other thing to go well. I don't focus in just this right now. So like, if my business is going well, I want my spiritual side to go well. Then if this is not going, like, to me, everything has to be going well at the same time. I want to have control of everything. So
Yeah.
it will be more so like let go of control and know that every phase in your life is going to require your attention. So right now, like, I'm not meditating as often as I was last week. I'm
Yeah.
still doing like little bit, but I was being hard on myself because I wasn't being super consistent.
Yeah.
And I feel like this time my body, my mind is just asking me for rest,
Mm-hmm.
to just chill and just let go of everything and see. And after I let go, I feel like I'm gonna see the vision clearer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my advice. Just enjoy or embrace every phase that you're in. So if we're feeling like shit and stuck, then we have to feel like shit and stuck.
Mm-hmm. That's how we get to the other
Because
side.
it's gonna get better.
Feel
Yep.
it. Yeah.
And I'm also glad, I'm not glad that you're going through it, but I'm glad that we kind of like feel the same way,
Yeah.
because I'm able to see your potential and everything that you're doing. And you probably kind of see the same way in me, and you're like, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Like, I know that in our heads, we're like, what the fuck? Things are going wrong. Like, they're not going the way they're supposed to. They're going too slow. And we're like,
Exactly. Yeah.
you're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
That's how I see you. And I know that you're going in the right direction. And I'm excited for you.
Thank you. I feel the same about you. Like, I was surprised that you said you feel stuck, because I was like, what do you mean? You seems like, you have everything going exactly how you want it. So
Because right now, I don't even know what I want
yeah, same boat.
in terms of my business. So it's fine. Like, we're here. We'll be fine.
Yeah, we're just floating along.
And you guys will be fine too. If you're going through something, just know that this is not it.
Yeah, there's a light
Whatever it is.
at the end of the tunnel.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for being part of our journey. Let us know how we can support you. Any other topics that you would like us to talk about, we're here for you.
Yep.
Right, Erika?
Yes, ma'am. Always. All right. Well, we'll catch you guys next time we record. And I want to say next week. Sometimes it doesn't happen.
Yeah, we're just flowing. We're just fluyendo aquí.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
Bye.